joining Bailee Bob's Boneyard, where we're all about barkers, blood, books, boxes, and burps. Today I'm going to be reviewing the horror movie A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. This is a 1985 film directed by Jack Shoulder and starring Robert Englund and Mark Patton. The main horror elements in this movie are blood and gore and monster. On my blood scale, I give this 3.5 pints of blood out of 5. This movie had a lot more nudity than blood, honestly. I think that the second movie is more sexual, whereas the first movie is more bloody, which I personally prefer bloody, and I think that the original first one is the best. But I would still give this one a watch if you love Freddy as much as I do. The summary of this one is pretty much the same as the first one. It's this killer killing people in their dreams. However, Freddy is trying to come back. He's trying to come into the real world this time. Now I'm going to be going into the details of the movie, so this is where spoilers will happen. The opening of the movie is them on a school bus, and they don't realize it until it's too late, but Freddy Krueger is the school bus driver. He drives them out into the middle of nowhere, and the ground starts to cave in until the bus is like teetering on just a little bit of earth. And Freddy goes for his attack, and instead the kid wakes up. His name is Jesse. So Freddy goes to attack these kids, and that's when Jesse wakes up. At one point in a dream that Jesse has, Freddy is talking to Jesse about basically his plan to possess Jesse, and he tells Jesse, "You have the body, I have the brains." And when he says, "I have the brains," he grabs his scalp and pulls it back, and he shows his brain. One of the deaths that happens is the gym coach. This is another thing I was talking about before, about how it has more nudity than it has blood. Basically, Freddy kills the coach while he's naked, and there's really not that much blood. You just see the coach's butt, and then he dies. So when the coach is standing there, Freddy, he slices at him. It's not that hardcore or that interesting. He just slices him and the guy bleeds out. But because he's in the shower, the water is, running, draining the blood down. So it doesn't look like it's that bloody. It just looks like he's standing there naked. When Jesse is going through his little possession episodes, because Freddy is slowly possessing him, Jesse is making out with this girl that he likes, and her eyes are closed, and Jesse's tongue sticks out, and it's huge, and it's grayish, greenish, blackish, ugly, and you know that it's obviously Freddy's burned up tongue, and he can't control it, and it's wiggling out and stuff. When Jesse gets really scared and doesn't want to be left alone, he goes to his friend Grady's house, and he's like, "Grady, please don't go to sleep. Just stay up, watch me, don't let me do anything crazy, because I think I'm gonna do something bad. So please keep an eye on me and don't let me leave." But everyone in movies are stupid. So he doesn't stay up. He's like, "Good night." And when he sees that his friend went to sleep, he goes to sleep. And then Jesse starts his transformation. And it starts with his hand. Freddy's finger knives from his glove start to out of his hand, and his whole arm is turning into the glove. And then eventually Freddy's head pushes through his stomach, and he comes out of Jesse, and he's like, "Oh, ha, ha, I'm here, I'm Freddy." And then Freddy attacks Grady because the door is locked. He can't figure out how to open the door. So Freddy goes and he stabs him with his finger knives, and his knives go through the bedroom door, and it's leaking blood, and Grady dies. Later, all the kids are at a pool party. One of the girls has a big pool in her backyard. I guess she's rich. Anyway, Freddy shows up. The pool starts to get super hot, and it's boiling, and then it bursts into flames. And Freddy is there chasing people. He slashes them, he stabs them. People are bleeding and dying. And then eventually he runs away. At the end, the girl that Jesse was making out with, she goes to Freddy and she's like, Jesse, I know you're in there. And Freddy's struggling with Jesse. You can see the internal struggle, like Jesse's trying to come out, but Freddy's like, no. So eventually, the girlfriend grabs Freddy, like with the Freddy mask and his gross burned face and everything, and kisses him. And I guess love wins, because then Freddy melts away and it becomes Jesse. At the end, everyone's happy. They're on the school bus. They're like, yay, it's over. And then a Freddy glove goes straight through a student's stomach. And then that's the end. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave a comment, give me any suggestions that you want if there's another horror movie that you'd like to see me review. Let me know what you think about the second Freddy movie. Thank you for joining. See you next time. The kid played by Mark is named Jesse. Words are not working right now for me. I have a bit of a headache. I bet that's why. That's basically what happens, right? I'm not wrong, am I?